The first video I posted to this channel was about Stranger of Paradise and why I feel the game has S-tier combat. While some misguided people objected to that, many agreed and the video did unbelievably well considering it's the first video I had ever posted. There is a lot I love about Stranger of Paradise, but in that video I missed one very crucial mechanic. A commenter and YouTuber by the name of Witty Clever Name rightfully called me out. He said, "Always great to see more people spreading the word on how incredible this game really is. It deserves infinitely more attention, as do all the Team Ninja games. They're masters of what they do, making sure every defense option has an important use and drawback, especially Soul Shield. How it fixes the pitfalls of most parry systems to be the best one by keeping every option useful. But man, not a single chain cancel? The real signature mechanic of the game. That turns the flow up to, say, 11? I'm sensing an S+ rank coming." Witty, you don't know how right you were. Recently I had to have surgery on my pectoralis major. That's why I haven't posted as many videos. I can barely move my left arm, so it's tough to type and write scripts, but I can hold a controller. It got me down to the dumps, so I decided to play my favorite game for a pick-me-up. I decided, you know what, I'll start from the beginning. I figured now's a good chance to learn to incorporate chain canceling into my play. Watching old clips, I could see where I could chain cancel to increase pressure and DPS. It was tough to integrate at first because I have months of ingrained habits that I needed to work through. There were times where my mind would tell me to chain cancel, but my fingers just wouldn't execute. It took me a minute to work in, but as I got more comfortable with it, I began to see its value more and more, until I discovered something that, as Witty said, took the flow up to 11. So let's talk about this chain canceling mechanic. But first things first, what is chain cancel? Well, in simple terms, it allows you to cancel animations to reset Jack's position and execute actions at a rate that would otherwise be impossible. So, you press Y or triangle at any time during an animation that uses MP like a combo ability, and you'll cancel the animation and switch jobs. Okay, great, so what? Thanks for telling us that. We already know. The game teaches you in the first mission. End video here, right? Wrong. Chain canceling is so important to Stranger of Paradise that if you aren't doing it, you are only playing half the game. Not chain canceling is like playing Neo 2 in one stance. But that begs the question, when do you want to cancel? If you've ever learned any kind of martial art, and especially if you've learned any kind of boxing, you would have been taught that you want your punch to land on the target at the same time as it reaches max range. So in other words, that means the moment your arm is fully extended is when your punch should simultaneously land on its target. Likewise, you can kind of apply this logic to your combos. You want to press cancel at the point of impact. This will apply all damage and effects from the combo ability, but cancels the animation so you can move into the next combo string at a time that would have been impossible before. So, for our boxing example, this is when you would want to cancel. Again, that's all well and good, but so what? Well, I decided to use the knuckles in this playthrough, and double uppercut and aerial hook reveal the problem that chain canceling introduces. So, double uppercut and aerial hook have effects on them that are applied on the last hit. Double uppercut knocks them into the air and they float away from you, while aerial kick knocks them away on hit. When canceling the double uppercut or the aerial kick at the right time, it knocks the enemy away from you, making the chain cancel somewhat useless because even if you do cancel, now the enemy is nowhere near you to move into your combo string. Once you change, you have to chase them down on foot and it's not very efficient. Fortunately, the developers thought of this and there is a hidden chain cancel mechanic to address this, and that's by adding directional inputs to your chain cancel. So, if you press Y or triangle and forward at the exact moment of impact, Jack will burst forward, chasing the enemy down, letting you move into your next combo string, accounting for these added effects. You can press it in all 4 directions, making you feel like an awesome monk, flanking enemies while they're still reeling from your attacks. These directional inputs can also be used to chain cancel defensively to move out of the way and avoid an attack. I haven't tried this with every job or weapon, but in my opinion, yeah, this definitely takes Stranger of Paradise up to 11. When I discovered this, I couldn't believe it. It blew my mind. This completely changed the game for me. Now, with that being said, I will tolerate no Stranger of Paradise slander anymore. I recently watched a YouTube short ranking the Team Ninja games, and this video had the audacity to say that they wish they could snap Stranger of Paradise out of existence. This has to be from a lack of understanding how this game works. Finding out how chain canceling can extend your combos and extend your fluid motion in the game, it was amazing. This game was already high octane before this, and chain canceling kicks this game into 5th gear. If you haven't added chain canceling into your play, I highly suggest you try it. It makes Stranger of Paradise feel like a nearly different game. Thank you, Witty, for the call out. I've included a link to his channel, and thank you all for watching, and I wish you all many clutch parries. Keep spreading the word of how great this game is. Witty, you were so right, man. S+. I'll see you all in the next video.